Ladies and gentlemen, Birmingham, hello, hello. I love you guys. I don't know if I'm allowed to walk around, but I'm gonna do a little bit of it. It's grand final time. It is finally time, yes. We're gonna have a champion. It will be an ESL One Birmingham champion. It will be in the history books forever, and you can say you were there. That is the reality of today. You get to watch world-class Dota players walk out for your amusement, do their very best. It's happening right here. So the UK are good at many things. Some things, Dota not necessarily one of them, but we are good at crowds. The football yesterday demonstrated that. I saw videos of all the different pubs, all the different wherever they are, and we are really damn good at crowds. It's kind of our thing. So please, let's go ahead and extend that to esports as we welcome our first team for this deciding match. Put your hands together, Fnatic! Okay, yes, indeed. And now some say their opponents, they want it more. We're gonna see how hard they're gonna fight for that. Please welcome, apparently, the UK's team, paiN Gaming! I'm seeing plenty of signs in the crowd. Inflict pain is exactly what they plan to do. I'm stealing that one, thank you, appreciate that. Either way, we're gonna be getting into this one, and it's my great pleasure to introduce a kid I went to school with from Leicestershire. That's right, yes indeed, we're in the same class. Now we're standing here in Birmingham talking about video games. Owen, it's over to you.
To have a bit of a look into this upcoming series, the third place decider here at ESL Birmingham. And we've got two pretty big players to talk about. We picked out a couple of the big names, the ones that you guys and girls are going to be huge fans of, and looking forward to see what they can do here on the main stage in this third place matchup. We're going to be looking at both Envy and weehaw. These two guys, there's a reason why we know these names. They've done big things in the past. They've been doing big things here. Let's talk about one of them. weehaw, for instance, coming up, South American team. Sure, didn't quite make it to the finals, but he's got to be pretty happy with the performance they've had here at LAN.
Yeah, weehaw basically has this very explosive playstyle where he can lane very well and also transition into late game, sometimes doing some wacky plays, maybe similar to the other guy we're comparing him with, Eternal Envy. Envy also doing similar things, but what I really respect about Envy compared to weehaw is that he's very good at coming back into the game from a poor place, whereas on weehaw's side, sometimes it's a little rough. Like, for example, the series yesterday where he played Gyrocopter in the safe lane, he had a little bit of trouble, tried to move around, get rotations. I feel like Envy would have been more successful in that way.
Yeah, and I do hope that we continue to see sort of these two players pick the exciting heroes. We saw a scary amount of Death Prophet, it feels so far. I mean, is there any sort of fans of Death Prophets in the audience? I've heard you guys, you're not too much, there's not many big fans of the Dragon Knight out there, is there? But I know that quite a few of you seem to like Jakiro for some reason. A lot of Macropire fans, Kevin.
Oh, I guess so, yeah. I don't like his other skills, just macro, right?
And of course, I've noticed as well with the brilliant sponsors that we've had, for some reason, DHL gets quite a huge roar, doesn't it? Yeah. Have you seen that? And of course Vodafone. But no, we love the certain sponsors because DHL they came to esports. We didn't expect it, but we love it. We absolutely love it. Thanks to all, of course, our sponsors. But back to sort of the upcoming matchup. Sort of final words, Kevin. Any hero that you do want to see from these two? It's going to be a fun series. As we know, in terms of the DPC points, it doesn't mean a lot. What hero do we want to get from Weehaw, from Envy?
This is clearly an Ember Spirit game, right? We're going to see a lot of Ember Spirits this series. I want to see the high skill plays. I want to see the dodges. I want to see the interesting item builds. That's what I'm excited for.
Awesome. Well, I do hope we get some. I hope we get some Divine Rapier gaming here on the main stage in this third place decider. But that's going to be it from me and Kevin, as we will head you back for the rest of the warm-up for this third place decider between Fnatic and paiN Gaming.
Yes, thank you very much, Owen and Purge there up in the sky. We are already getting set for the first draft of our third place game, and of course we will look forward to which heroes are going to be picked. The boys picked out Ember Spirits. It's going to be potentially one of those battlefields, isn't it, between these two? They both like it.
Yep. They played in multiple roles, yeah. Like all the carries and mids play it, right? Sure. I think HFN's played it. Weehaw, of course. Weehaw and Abed would probably be the more ones. Yeah. So, but yeah.
But I think we're more interested in, maybe a Meepo.
Oh yeah,
of course.
I mean, we've got two of the three winningest all-time Meepo players here. Abed 17-7, and of course Weehaw leading the board in wins on that hero. And Invoker, there's some history with the Weehaw Invoker here. 23-4 and 13 was Weehaw in the TI6 playoffs to eliminate Fnatic.
I love it.
Can we have like the referees real quickly just interfere with the players and just tell them like, look, this is the best of 3. How about we do it this way? Whichever team gets first pick, they get Meepo.
Right.
First pick, straight up. And then we switch it to the other side.
That sounds like a
right.
Great
That way
idea.
we get to see Meepo on both sides, so you can do it better.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm all down for that. Can we change the rules?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well,
I'm hearing not.
There is one other hero that we haven't seen here that I think might be a
Which
pick.
is? Techies.
Hey, Fnatic's got AUI.
They do have a Techies player. Yeah. And we. I don't want to prejudge this, but we might even get one in the grand final. Yeah.
That I would be
There's probably a
surprised by.
chance.
Yeah.
But there is a chance.
Yeah. So other than the funky stuff, what do you want to see these two? Do you want to just see a brawl? Do you want to just see fun?
I want to see
hardcore run at your Dota.
I want to see the 4-position matchup because I think you can make a case that King RD and DJ have been the best 2 4-position players in the tournament.
I don't think it really matters what you want from the series. paiN will give you some good, fun, like Epic Clash Dota. I think it's more about what you would love Fnatic to do. If Fnatic could play a faster game and meet paiN, I would be very accepting of that.
All right, okay. We're getting into our first draft then. No surprise with the first 2 bans, Whist and the Whist ban. Pretty much the entire tournament. I think it got through a couple of times in the group stages and teams got crushed.
I mean, it got through the first game that we cast in this tournament.
Yes.
And Envy's Morph and DJ's IO killed the throne through backdoor protection, and other teams have been like, okay, no.
Yeah.
Was there any other games?
I don't think
It's been in one other game.
Oh, it's been in one other game.
I think
When Liquid led it through against paiN.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I kind of wondered if, I love the way that paiN did try and address Virtus Pro. They tried to match the speed that VP brings by going for this early pick Gyrocopter 2 times in a row. Even if it didn't work out for them, okay, it was a plan. I think versus Fnatic, I'm not quite sure if you pick up Gyro. I actually would kind of prefer to see their Luna, just because Fnatic is so good at stalling out the game, that I think that a Luna would naturally be a little bit better for you, utilizing the space that you create early and just try and scale up.
I think
there
just
goes the gyro.
get HFN on one of his beast heroes. I mean, I probably was thinking just the Slark. Just get him on Slark Control. I really like when he plays both those heroes for this team.
Or what about the game he had against Miracle the other day as the Templar Assassin? That was spectacular.
That also was, but I think I like Weehaw more so on the TA most of the times. That one he did have a great showing.
I just thought that game was so cool because so often we were talking about Ramses in this context earlier. We don't get to see the mechanical prowess of these safe laners as much in this kind of a game.
So Fnatic did not ban away Bounty Hunter.
I was going to say, but I'm looking forward to Undying, and they banned it.
No zombies for you.
I think Pi converted some Undying fans yesterday.
I liked that hero before this tournament.
I thought PPD's game on it the other day was pretty good.
The level, when as soon as he hit level 20,
Yeah.
he just took over. 18 or 14 hits to kill Tombstone. They get their Sanking.
DJ Sanking.
So do they take the Darkseer away? Because more than likely Fnatic will take the Darkseer with that Sanking. They just love the duo. So paiN,
All right.
it's up to them if they want to give that away or if they want to prepare for it. So I think,
So if things go to form, paiN's
They
looking
could
at
do-
maybe a Clockwork here.
okay, I was
Possibly
thinking,
even Clockwork Disruptor.
like maybe they could change it up and go Rubik, just to totally change it up.
A Techie's Rapier. All right. So, do they pick this bounty? Do they pick the bounty?
My one concern with Rubik, I really like it versus Sand King, but I feel like the laning phase pressure from Rubik is just so bad in that regard that I'd be a little bit afraid of that duo that you're mentioning from Fnatic, the Sand King Darkseer.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, he gives you wave clear, he's going to get good steals. But
There it
is.
is.
Yeah, they get it.
And I mean, I think, well,
I like
they're going
this.
to take the Luna away.
I like this.
Wow.
Getting an early HFN hero. Now they've got, I mean, the Rubik Luna, this is a classic duo that we see. They can actually deal with a decent amount of pressure because now, if they do pick the Ion Shell, it's a little bit further. Sure, you're still kind of close range for like the Sanking Stun Caustic combo with the Ion Shell, but you've got a lot of damage coming out between this lane already.
And it really helps the Rubik if he is in lane with the Luna. It really helps emphasize that hero early on because you get that extra damage from the Luna aura. Otherwise, you're just such a low damage hero.
I don't know. I have trouble valuing these opens now in the current meta because it's, when you used to open Luna and a range support, part of the value was threatening a tri-lane. And that's so hard to do now. There you go. Called the Darkseer effect.
Do you think so? I think that.
Yeah, I think that's hard to do.
I think you want to put a tri-lane. You crush this Darkseer Sanking.
Yeah, you want to make sure
you
like you get a
defensive
full
tri-lane,
trio.
okay.
I think you
okay.
defensive tri-lane versus this with a Rubik
So
Luna.
what are we looking at? Like an AA or something?
No, something like a Tusk, someone who just
Oh,
starts.
so you want a melee bully?
Yeah,
Okay.
melee
All
bully that
all
just gets in
I'm
there.
down.
I'd even be down with the Ogre that we saw yesterday, Fnatic try. It does mean that paiN, with this early HFN hero on second pick, it means they're trying to set Weehaw up for the best possible mid matchup, since they will have that last pick. And I think that's going to be one of the keys of success for them.
Yeah.
Just because that mid matchup is so dangerous against Abed.
Look at Fnatic. After they pick the Darkseer, they're going to ban the top tier offlaners, the Doom in particular.
We talked yesterday, Alan, about statistics of Fnatic when they picked this Sand King and Darkseer. Right now, since 7-11, they are 10-0 on that Darkseer, 11-1 on the Sand King.
10-game win streak on the Darkseer, and you go back and Sand King and Tusk, well, I believe it's 25-5 now since March 1st. DJ just delivers on those two heroes.
And there is still, like, because you're thinking about doing this defensive tri-lane for paiN, there's still a lot of solo offlaners still left in the pool, like Brewmaster, Omni Knight, who can deal with that.
And I'm glad that they banned the Lone Druid in that perspective, right?
Yeah.
Because if they do want to run that safe lane tri-lane, they want to have a good 1v1 matchup.
I tell you what, if there's not an IO Arcana shaped like a blue balloon next year, I'm going to be disappointed.
Now, the other hero that has to be on the radar right now that paiN showed so well against Liquid the other day is the Pango. And that's a hero that can get that ulti up with spell immunity, get into fights.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many Pangos.
That could be maybe something they choose to do. They could do an aggro tri-lane, put the Pango in the safe lane, something like that, just how to deal and just tank the pressure. You'll get experience. They're always going to forcing the wave into you, but...
I think Pango performs really badly against Darkseer, and he does very badly without a support behind him.
Okay.
So I think in both situations, it'd be hard to win.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I say that is because I'm not crazy about that hero when you just leave him alone. If you just send him to the off lane,
exactly.
he's so sad. So it's like you have to try to switch your lanes up to get him that advantage.
DK is still out there as well, which with paiN already kind of setting up with the Luna is very dangerous to have that kind of frontliner. But we also left Weehaw with the last pick, so you're expecting maybe more of a playmaking hero.
So
You're on dangerous ground today, Cap, you know.
And Dragon Knight is just, come on. Dragon Knight's banned.
We've insulted the waistcoat. You're now calling for a Dragon Knight. What's wrong with you?
I like playing the heel, Paul.
You were saying paiN could take it out, right? I think they could even take it themselves.
Oh, sure.
I think it could be. It's always going to work well with Luna, right?
It's,
So
it's
like,
how
I'm
try-hard do
saying
you want to
paiN
be?
can pick it with DK.
Okay, yeah.
Because
Gotcha.
they're threatening a push lineup, right?
Oh, it's pickable for both teams.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
But like in a standard draft, you would be calling for the DK one of the next 4 picks. I'm just.
yeah, on either side. On either side for sure.
And same goes with the other like really big mid-pushing hero.
There you go, Pango.
I did it.
All right, baby.
Very nice.
Woo. I would be very surprised if Fnatic doesn't fourth pick the Invoker, by the way. Because I think if they don't fourth pick Invoker, it's going to get banned. And I think, I mean, whenever I see Sanking, it's always going to be the option. When you've got the option to set up for those global Sunstrikes in the early laning phase.
You need, see, I think they want another setup for it as well, though.
They usually do. They usually do double.
Okay, and there's the Warlock from Pylai Die, the other safe lane support. It was actually getting banned before teams started banning the Undying.
That's their trio, right?
Yeah,
that's the one
that's
that they have a massive win rate on. It's these three together.
Oh, it's by far their best 3-5 combo.
Yeah,
7-3 on the Warlocks and 7-11. But yes, the other two they've only lost once in the last 21.
Yeah. I mean, this is like one thing. This is why I also was kind of like talking about the Rubik early on, because when you do see Sanking and Darkseid, you expect that coming up. You're expecting other big spells to come into combo with it, so you'll tend to get some good spells out. So for paiN.
Man, so Fnatic look like they're playing this straight up.
Yeah. So they just want someone to start someone like that front line 4 hero still. I think Clockwork looks pretty good. It's not good at matchup versus the Sanking though, but it's great versus Warlock, and it can grab Darkseid in the lane.
You have to have you have to have a hero. I guess Pango can do this, but you have to have a hero that can get in the back lanes and threaten the Warlock. Or he just becomes, he can run fights.
He's also a Vision hero, and Vision heroes.
Oh, there's the AA. I thought
they actually did it.
Yeah, because because the Luna Trilane.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very scary tri-lane, and it looks like they are going to take that approach that we were mentioning, just doing that one. And I mean, this is good versus the Darkseid a lot of the times too, the AA, because you negate the, you're going to go the Guardian Greaves, you're going to go Crimson Guard.
Yeah, but how do you guarantee that your tri-lane is going to be effective against your whatever matchup is? Right? Like, you could literally just have, you say you go aggro tri-lane, they dodge,
that's why tri-lanes are terrifying.
I'm not feeling so good about paiN's lineup right now.
Tri-lanes are, in this meta, tri-lanes are so high volatility. Like, that's the problem.
And neither one of these, okay, Ancient Apparition Pango is a very strong dual lane, so they can split them up.
Okay.
They can split it.
They can, but I still don't think Pango AA is enough to really threaten. It's back.
Maybe not for long.
But that's the thing, depending on if paiN is going to go for one of these trump card heroes in the last position, maybe you just look to break even in the side.
Oh, I love it. So for
we're easily amused, by the way.
Yeah, after yesterday's debacle, I was pretty sure there was going to be more balloons than people. Shout out to the guy who gave me that this morning.
Make me happy. Come on.
They don't do Spectre, do they?
I hope not. That's the standard pick.
I hope not.
Yeah,
Again.
I was thinking Spectre just because it's one of those like tankier cores that.
I wonder if
Well, it's also the Fnatic combo. That's 4 heroes they just love.
If we say it loud enough, do you
come
think they'll hear us?
Invoker.
I also think Troll's acceptable.
Yeah.
Troll's vulnerable here before BKB. Like,
Troll, like Pango hates Troll.
that's true. Okay.
Anyway, you just need like any kind of BKB core, right? Because paiN is so reliant on magic damage. Pango is just straight up his ball. Like, BKBs are very effective against it. In that early game, you're gonna have Luna mostly focused on her magic damage in team fights.
That's the thing though, with a Troll, if he gets, oh wow, there you go. Abed Storm, I'll take it.
Oh,
I'll take it.
This is their cookie cutter lineup. The last pick is the Spectre. That's literally what they've ran 3 times in the last 3 tournaments.
Yeah.
They've ran Storm, Warlock, Darkseer, Sanking, and Spectre.
That's the lineup they beat EG with in that big comeback in Thailand.
They picked it here as well. I casted the game, I'm pretty sure that they were doing it here. It was versus Team Spirit. They were playing against the Slark, and they ran that lineup. So I'd be surprised if Spectre's not banned, but they could look at other options still.
I mean, is Meepo even playable?
There's the Spectre now.
Yeah, they might as well take it out anyway.
Very nice.
The disables aren't. Disables are not the greatest.
I mean, if you believe that you can, I don't know, maybe somehow shut down the Storm mid, I do think Meepo is playable.
Versus Warlock and Sanking.
Oh God.
Fatal Bonds.
Never mind.
Yeah, no.
Never mind.
No.
I was trying, guys. Yeah.
So they take a.
It's just an all-around strong draft from Fnatic.
This is a pushing core that also you can do some neat tricks. The Ion Shell Wolves, a true classic. The Darkseer Lycan.
Darkseer one side, Lycan on the other. Like there's a lot of ways to create space for the Storm Spirit, and they work together in team fights.
They're both going to be pushing out lanes constantly, so Storm gets space on the map. He's always able to look for those opportunities to pick people up when they're responding to the Ion Shell push or the Wolf plus Necrobook push.
Right.
So it is a very overall sound lineup from Fnatic. paiN. They could still look at something like that. They could look maybe at Troll mid.
Or an OD.
Not OD because of the, at least I don't think it will be because of the Lycan factor.
Okay, come on.
Just do it.
I want a BKB core that matches well versus Lycan.
Yeah, we're tryharding this at this point, right? Yeah, you have to.
It's DK Luna. We said it from the beginning.
Right. Well, like Fnatic picked their try-hard lineup.
Yeah.
paiN, I think paiN want to play some Dota, guys.
Yeah.
I've seen Fnatic crush with this lineup.
Yeah.
Very similar lineups, time and time again.
And I don't really understand paiN's options when it comes to laning phase. Like, you can do Ancient. Like, the thing is, paiNgo really needs to be ahead here because of all the side lane pressure. He needs to be in a position where he can't get solo picked off by the Storm Spirit. He's able to deal with whatever the Darkseer and Lycan are. It's so important for him to be able to deal with the side lane pressure and also still have a good laning phase. Like, I'm not sure if I really see it.
All right, very quickly, in 2 words, which way?
Fnatic.
Fnatic. paiN. Go. That was my second word.
Cap.
Fnatic. Again. Two
Okay,
Fnatics.
we've decided here on the panel how this is going out, but we, of course, need to get the players to decide that for themselves. So, let's get it underway, ladies and gentlemen. The third place playoff game between Fnatic and paiN Gaming.
Thanks, Red. It is time to get underway. Fnatic versus paiN Gaming, the third place matchup. But if you're thinking this game's going to be a bit of a rubber, don't you worry about it. paiN and Fnatic will turn it on. They'll give us aggression. Exactly what we're looking for as we go into the game. It can already begin if King RD can reach with a telekinesis, but he will not.
He's getting close.
He is. He's actually not that far off. They get the grab, pull him back in with Chilling Touch. The slow is there. paiN Eye's in trouble. paiN Gaming under the T1 tower. They had the vision, but not the damage. Down to 21 HP. Warlock will Shadow Word and bring himself up. Weeha's in the neighborhood. They still want the kill, but they won't find it. Hi, Blitz. Welcome to the game.
What is going on right now? Weeha shows up at first 2, and now they're going for the tips. paiN die. There's Envy making his way up. Abed and Wee just staring at each other. Wee has dropped all of his items in mid.
There's going to be a fun little battle between them.
Nobody's going for the block.
They'll hopefully head back for it in just a second. You got 10 seconds before it's going to begin. Abed's making his way for it now. So having this Luna, we're talking about Tri-Lane, the powerful lane that comes with the Ancient Apparition from paiN Gaming. Seeing this in the off lane as well, so they're not even worrying about dealing with the Darkseer. They're all about shutting down Eternal Envy. How is EE meant to survive this lane?
I'd imagine at some point it becomes a lot better for him, where he just sits up here, he sustains HP. Once you get the Helm of Dom, you're pretty much independent anyways. And HFN, I mean, he's going to have a lot of help here. But Envy's used to this sacrificial role, I think. Yesterday we saw when he had to play the Spectre, their decision to sort of abandon him up there.
Just accept the fact that he can't do anything, but does that then mean the paiN Gaming, do they rotate early? Do you start to bring players down to bottom lane? Because DJ and Universe are going to make life a living hell for Tarvo. Or they could just try and go back into mid lane and we end up having this dual meta that we had before. We, as well as King RD against Arbet and paiN Eye.
Yeah, Envy right now is saying not again. He's so sad about this.
He's actually using the Jimmy spot. Like that's demon in the trees.
As the harass starts right now, Duster getting some right clicks in Envy. Really dipping to about half HP, but the heal is there from the Warlock. And I like that they give the Warlock up. It's a third place match. Fnatic, they can't get any points from this. paiN in a similar situation, but it's a good way to test yourself, right? Give them their best hero, the hero that nobody else seems to be able to beat. If you can beat it, that'd be a huge boon for them in the drafting as the lift starts.
Yeah, it starts on paiN Die. We didn't have first blood before on paiN Die, but we get it now. Under the tier 1 tower on top, paiN will spill it. Downside about that safe lane Lycan, you just know he can do absolutely nothing but watch if they choose not to attack into him. Mid lane looks slightly even for CS, the difference between Abed as well as we. But this will change once the Soul Ring arrives for the DK.
And a large part of that is just because of the Warlock sitting there from the early get-go. Eventually the DK will catch up. It's the nature of the hero right now.
Suspecting bottom lane to be a little bit more aggressive, but Tavo is keeping his distance. You get a wraparound from DJ now, but he always knows like he's not going to get assaulted by 2 players at the same time.
Weeha just holding the wave right now. We'll see the DD room from Abed.
Probably not as scary unless there's a little bit more behind, aka you got a full bottle charge or something, but yep.
It's gonna come in.
Yeah, looking for a grab. Doesn't have, actually now, his level 2, Fade Bolt's available. Abed doesn't have a jump away. Weeha. Breathe Fire's already been used. And he's low on life, does not want to keep that pressure onto Abed. But King RD had to come in to create a little bit of space.
I think King RD might have baited him a little, because he popped his salve at the same time and Weeha no longer has it. Stuck at 200 HP as Abed just sitting in that lane right there as Duster trading some hits, starting to get a little bit low. Is just gonna go for the TP.
Oh, actually canceling it. Thinking that maybe King RD was there to combo with. King RD doesn't actually have his combo. He needs 245 mana to get both the Telekinesis and Fade Bolt.
At bottom lane, Universe having more or less absolute free farm against Tavo, playing the Pango. Can't really do too much to contest this lane as a melee, and he's just got to hope that HFN is having a similarly good time up at top lane, which we know he is.
Yeah. The CS 17-7 for HFN, so it's been pretty good. Obviously, there was also the kill up on top lane previously. But I'm also thinking, like, what's going to happen with Fnatic's bottom lane? It's going to pressure in towards the tower, but the pressure is going to be pulled off when DJ and Universe finally go for this stack. Been preparing on the bot, which they're actually doing now. So this is even more money coming in for Universe and DJ.
Top lane Pi.
Yeah, chilling touches out. Paladai being slowed down by that may just be enough distance for King RD to close the distance. Paladai. 2 kills for paiN Gaming. Both have been on this Warlock. I kind of want to give him 2.5 after that first blood attempt.
It was close.
It was close.
This top lane doesn't seem like it's going to slow down anytime soon. Envy relegated to just soaking up XP in the tree line.
I found the Observer.
Yeah, just taking away all the weapons right now from Fnatic.
It's efficiency tangoing too. So the only 2 Observer wards which are left for Fnatic are going to time out in about 1 minute, 2 minutes. That's watching the top rune as well as the Radiant bottom jungle. So any kind of rotations are spotted out, but paiN Gaming, I don't think they really care about this right now because they still keep looking towards the top lane. A ward down by King RD, they see the back lines. This time they go for Eternal Envy. Paladai will give the Shadow word, but Eternal Envy, it's way too much damage. It's a level 2 chilling touch from Duster. There's just no way to escape that.
And in the game against Optic, it felt like both teams were a little bit more passive in the lanes. paiN Gaming is not a passive team whatsoever. They're going to apply the pressure on you.
Is Tavo dead?
He has no mana.
There's Surge available,
Yeah,
so
dead.
DJ can close it up. But yeah, with no mana available, there's no way to jump away with a Swashbuckle. And friends from King RD does not arrive in time for the Telekinesis throw. So finally the dual lane for Fnatic. We're able to bring him down.
DJ's still chasing. Oh, whips on the stun.
Level 2 Burrow Strike. We don't even need to commentate.
They accurately summed up my feelings there.
Yeah. Yeah, back to the lanes and Universe. So all this money which he's picking up in the very early start, how do you actually see him building in for this? Like, do you just it's just straight up Dominator? Do you think about the big team fights, expecting paiN Gaming to give you that? Is it early and quickly into the mech?
Maybe Dom into Pipe. I think Pipe has a lot of value against the AA, the Luna. A lot of magical damage, at least for the early game. At some point, you might think about a Crimson Guard, but I don't think people go for mech very often anymore. Just considering there's so many different items that neutralize that. You've got the AA Ice Blast. You have Spirit Vessel if they end up going for that at some point. There's just too many ways to deal with it nowadays.
Yeah. Weeha adding pressure towards that mid tower. The Dragon Form came up, but of course he wants to start pushing, bringing the mid tower down to 50%. A bit harder to push it after that, but Universe and DJ actually giving space to Pango. Got to give big props. Last time I got to cast Tavo on this stage, he was at this stage of the game, I think 6 deaths in, but only 1 now on the Pangolier.
That was a really hard game for him to play, though. He was brew against a Clockwork and a Leshrac. The balloon's out again, I'm sure.
The balloon? No, that's Pangolier. We're cheering for the taunt. That's what that is.
Okay.
100%.
I feel it.
He is an inspirational Puss in Boots. HFN's adding a little bit more pressure towards the top lane. They've got a catapult behind him, but it seems to be rather difficult when paiN I just throws down the Fatal Bonds and HFN becomes a little bit more cautious. Duster and King RD also haven't found that opportunity just yet.
Universe wants to look for the dive right now. As DJ coming in with the collapse, level 5. Tapo gonna make his way over.
Has to pounce away top lane. TP's coming in from the SK. As was paiN Gaming on the other side of the map. Oh, hello, you've actually got a surged up DJ. In with the rest of the Iron Shell. King RD starts to burn. He doesn't have telekinesis, but Lucid Beam creates space. Same with the Fade Bolt. Sandstorm, King RD's on the edge of it. The Caustic Finale is on him. Fatal Bonds connect him and it kills King RD before the TP can complete, but Tavo has arrived. The Rolling Thunder is in. They turn on the Eclipse and Lycan will fall. paiN Gaming establishing control of the top lane.
And this is a quick team, paiN. They're going to make these kinds of rotations. Tavo is not a passive offlaner whatsoever. Universe, the type of hero that's just going to farm a little bit more. Try to send DJ in with the Surge and the Ion Shell, but it just wasn't enough reinforcements as Tavo makes all the difference there. This mid tower is starting to drop really low. Highlight TP's in.
They may want to be careful about this. With it being in deny range to paiN Gaming, actually, yeah, Fnatic are already denying it. They don't want to have any chance of that. Actually, yes, it's Universe who will deny it.
At the best.
Actually, Universe takes the bottom tower and mid tower denied.
Top tower, though, is going to go down. HFN. No contest here.
Yeah, they already had their fight and lost at Fnatic. It turned into gain something else out of another lane. Arbed being harassed up. Weeha, she drops Arbed real low, but Arbed believes he can keep playing this one. He just boots
He's going to dance with them.
He's cut the mana.
Oh, he's going to go for this?
He doesn't know where the Rubik is.
Oh.
It's got to be the other question in his mind. It's just like, how far away is the control factor of the Rubik? But with a little bit of help, SK's nearby. Decides against it.
That's a lot of wand charges on the side of Weeha, too. He could just pop the stun.
DJ and Universe, they have themselves Dark Troll Summoner. And they're going to smoke up. They're looking for a fight. They would love to finish off Weeha. All those wand charges will be hard to get through, but when you bring in the level 4 Iron Shell, the burn will be hard and fast. And Arbed...
There we go, DJ.
Yep, they're going to look to slow him up. Weeha came down the steps, and that's death for the mid laner. Good rotation from Fnatic. The TP from Pango will not complete. That would have been difficult if he TP'd in. That could have been another kill for Fnatic.
I like how self-aware Weeha was. He's like, I probably shouldn't have stayed there with 600 HP with everyone missing.
Now look at that movement speed once again, the Sand King. Who needs a Blink Dagger when you have a Darkseer just to enable you? This is the reason probably why Universe hates playing this hero. It's like, I can enable everyone else on my team to do really cool things, but me, I punch a tower. And now Rolling Thunder comes in, pick him up, kick him up, throw him back down again, pull him in, and there goes the kill. paiN Gaming bringing down Universe, and they get the Dominated Creep as well, so extra 200.
That's 200 gold. Tavo showing off right now. They are abusing the hell out of the voice lines right now.
Hey, that's what Val put it in there for, right? Just like fountain hooking, it was there to abuse. But DJ's getting some really good space on bottom lane that's going to give him his levels. Thanks to the unbridled control that Fnatic is trying to establish through the bottom part of the map. Yes, each support gets their opening now, unless Arbed believes he can get a jump onto the Rubik.
They're thinking about it right now. DJ, if he can find the angle, he needs Arbed to get a little bit closer.
It's an Arcane Rune of the Storm Spirit. Like, he'd have to be wanting to jump.
You got to get a little bit closer on DJ. You got to go for this naturally, too.
There it is. Jump forward. DJ has the Burrow Strike available. Looked like he was playing defense by moving back with the Sandstorm. Meanwhile, Ancient Apparition dying on top. Eternal Envy, when it's dog form, finds the kill.
Easy pickup for them on opposite ends of the map. You do grab the 2 supports. Envy needed something like that. Though he doesn't get the last hit, some space is alleviated. Tavo, thought about it.
Yeah, the DJ's already on the retreat. Difficult to find that kill as well when they both come in without the reveal. Don't need the right timing on the Sandstorm and DJ can just move away. And all the supports, they're trying to get him a little bit more space to work with. this King RD was able to crack his 6. Everyone actually has their ultimates apart from the SK, because he doesn't need to get it early on.
Luna right now, way ahead of the pack when it comes to net worth.
6.7k to the 5.8, 5.9k, and that's Darkseer who has that money. He is building the pipe. But kind of makes you, you beg the question, does Storm Spirit have enough items to really be effective? Obviously, Abed is a fantastic player, and we saw him being very efficient looking for the kill in mid lane before. But what do you need to really enable this Storm Spirit against the paiN Gaming lineup, enough to survive and fight?
You probably just got the Orchid and go for the BKB right after. I feel like this build going for Kaya makes it so that you can actually have mid-game presence. I feel like the Bloodstone is just too slow of an item, especially against a team like paiN. paiN, what they want to do is just run at you, take as many fights as possible. Abed has to be aware of that. He has to create space for Envy. There's a reason why Envy was sacked so hard in the early game, was so that he could recover in the mid game and Abed could create the space for him. But RD, they're going to run into him.
Yeah. They were smoked up. They had the Observer Wall, which gave a little bit of extra information, but unfortunately, they had no way to close the distance. The smoke with the fog of war, yeah, you're in nighttime, but Abed saw it coming with his own Observer.
Yeah, the placement of the ward there helped him so much. Otherwise, might not have been able to see them in time. And Fnatic gonna go for their smoke of their own. They've got a DD on Abed. Want to try to create some space in this bottom lane, and if they can transition this into a push right after, that would be ideal for them.
They're leaving. paiN are just gone. They're going to try and force the top tier 2 tower. So tier 2 for tier 2 is what paiN Gaming would like. Thanks to the fact you have a Luna in your lineup, you will push hard and fast. Highlight Eye just beating the drum, making
that
sure it
shakes
still
the
works.
arena.
We're feeling that back here. So it's taking a little bit longer for Fnatic to force down the lane. They're getting the mid tower anyway. So Universe will get the last punch onto that one. So the tier 2 tower, Dragonfall from Weehard committed. And Fnatic have a choice. Do they go back and try and defend after their failed smoke? Or are they just happy with the trade-off?
You have to be happy with the trade-off at this point. Tower's way too low. You would have to TP 5 heroes up there one at a time. Nobody's in position. It would take so long.
Oh, looks
Maybe
like
they don't even get the trade-off.
Yeah, the tier 2 tower's taking some decent damage on bottom, but the fortification slowed down the push by DJ.
Yeah, Envy right now is taking this ancient stack, deeming that necessary and worthy. Sometimes this is when Nahas criticizes Fnatic for going for the farm instead of just going for the easy objective.
But it seems to be better, right? Like, you don't want to give paiN Gaming the fight that they're looking for.
I don't think paiN would defend that either. It's a similar circumstance. If you're not set up for that fight at bottom, well, just don't go for it.
paiN will force the fight. So King RD's pushing back to mid lane, but the rest of paiN Gaming, they were on the northern side of the map. They attacked Roshan, and now they're thinking twice about it. They're actually pulling out of Roshan after beginning the fight.
And they're all scouted right now. Fnatic should use this time to just pressure bottom, take this tier 2 tower, finally get the trade.
Yeah. That's those Lycan wolves. Eternal Envy may have been farming in the jungle, but his wolves were scouting everything else.
He's trying to use them to get the last hit on the creeps too, but that is way too ambitious.
Also, tier 2 tower does fall. Fnatic claiming their 3rd tower on the map. All towers are even, as the safe lanes have lost everything external. And the mid's lost the tier 1 tower. Still feels a little bit nice for paiN Gaming as far as connecting into Roshan. But the rest of the world just happy just to hold. How's Pango looking? He's going in for Blink Dagger as his item build. Earn for the Ancient Apparition. Always find that item fun to see an Ancient Apparition who wants to hold back a little bit further for his Ice Blast. And the BKB is the choice from Weehar. Finish the Shadow Blade, so he has his initiation item.
It's a good choice right now. There's a lot of magic damage on the side of Fnatic. Fnatic up 2k gold right now. And Weehar invised up with the Shadow Blade, trying to look for something.
paiN's gonna be really strong going into that fight when they're ready. Like, Luna's only a Mithril Hammer away from having her BKB. And if these ganks are successful from Weehar, he gets his own BKB. That's a lot for Fnatic to deal with, and none of their magical damage to connect.
Yeah, it's not easy for Abed to play without a BKB either. But Storm going for BKB right after the Kaya feels very unforgiving.
Yeah, he has the Orchid in the quick buy.
Yeah, you notice Universe, by the way, did go for that build. Helmet Dom into the pipe, and right after into the Crimson Guard. Mech just feels like such a bad item nowadays.
Yeah, this is that warm-up moment. This is when everyone can just have a drink of their beer or non-alcoholic beverage. and just prepare for the mid-game fight, because that's going to be amazing. That's going to have a lot of sustain inside of it.
Toby, they're drinking beer. Let's be real.
Yeah, we're real. It is on sale. All right, so got Blink Dagger. Yeah, Blink Dagger on the SK. So 2 initiating items from both sides, yet both teams still seem to be very happy to keep the status quo. Is there even really a need to change it until you have these BKBs? And once you have it, where is the first target? Do you actually look for the fight, or do you look to push the lane, look to take an objective like Roshan? Like, how do you instigate a fight in your favor?
I'd imagine for paiN, it's just try to get all your lanes in good order, find somebody trying to counter push out the lane, transition into the high ground. You have a Luna and a Dragon Knight.
So gank into push for paiN Gaming.
More like push and a gank. I don't know if it's super easy for them to go for the Roshan without almost entirely wiping Fnatic, just because they're almost always going to get spotted or scouted by Wolves. Warlock is incredibly strong in the pit with Fatal Bonds, being able to proc into Roshan as well. There's a lot of different ways for them to take that fight, so they have to be careful.
Everyone's pretty grouped up on that north side for paiN Gaming. They're waiting for the 18-minute rune, which will be an arcane for Abed.
You see what they did too? HFN, he was given the bottle so he could keep this DD for as long as possible, and that might prompt a Roshan. But that's still scary.
DD just popped. And that's Tavo's bottle that HFN's got. And Fnatic, keep your eye. That one little wolf, he's coming in around the side. And sentry wards are not down. Like, they're close, and they saw the wolf go in. So Weeha, as well as HFN, they know they're being watched. New sentries on all sides.
And this is what I'm talking about. It's such an awkward Roshan attempt with everyone from Fnatic alive. DJ
That may
pressuring this
actually
bottom
not
lane.
want to fight. Like, these Necro books are also going to time out pretty soon, so that Necro...
You don't want to give this up for free, though.
Yeah, well, Rock is going to drop. Roshan, he's still pretty low, down at 1,300. Universe is looking for that opening, but then the Rolling Thunder through. Tavo keeping the backline in play. And the Control Blast is huge. Envy will pop, but here comes DJ. Hit with the epicenter. Universe's walls in a perfect spot. But the Eclipse for HFN. Under the protection, the BKB's too good, but Abed, that's stolen Aegis. He'll revive him, but only into instant death. Universe wants to kill into the Duster, but he will not find it. A triple kill for the Luna. Tavo cleans up Pilot Eye in the back lines, and they want the last one. They want DJ able to blink away just in time before Tavo can connect. But they get the fight. They don't take the Aegis, but paiN Gaming will take mid.
That was such an awkward engagement for Fnatic. They waited for so long. DJ didn't move at all from that bottom lane. He came in over the top with the epicenter, but the 10-second BKB used by the Luna negates all of that. HFN holds strong. They have so much control. It's like what I talked about. They just don't have enough to deal.
Into Sandstorm, he took the initial stun, and he actually defends the tower with this.
Okay, he
calculated.
And despite all that, Roshan was taken by the Dire.
Yep.
So aside from the kills, paiN don't really pick up any further objectives, but they do win the fight. They get a ton of levels on this Luna. Weeha gets really close to his BKB. This is the issue with Storm right now, though. You have this build where you don't have a BKB, but without the Orchid, you don't quite deal damage. You see him queue it up already. Even with the Aegis, he goes down twice so easily.
Yeah. So we just have a quick little back look at this fight, and okay, maybe not. They're looking for aggressive wards now from Fnatic going into the Radiant jungle, preparing that pressure on bottom. They committed both Observer Sentry near the rune point. On the hill, just the obs. But it gives them information. You see Weeha fighting.
DJ, he's got the epicenter.
Yeah, DJ is ready for it, preps the epicenter, lets it go. Ancient Apparition is closer, however, and then the back into a double stun. This is what Universe and DJ wanted around Roshan. They'll have to settle for it a little bit later. Tavo, Rolling Thunders through, pick up and throw down with the Fade Bolt. They don't have a lot of damage, and he goes for another Rolling Thunder. Looking for the hit, has to jump away. Swashbuckle doesn't give the distance required, and Fnatic keep the chase going. Abed has a double kill, and
so
they're going to go
right
for
now.
more. They go for King RD. He's the one right underneath the tier 3 tower. They don't worry about diving under it. They're fine. And Envy is strong, but HFN still the one man to stay alive.
Push.
And are they really going to go in? Yep, they are. Pango can buy back. Ancient Apparition's back up. Prepare for that Ice Blast. Hit the bottom lane. He TP's a little bit further forward. Here comes the Ice Blast. Target to connect. No heroes hit by this. But they swashbuckle and clean up the lane, but the tier 3 tower is already lost. Fnatic at the dominated catapult, and they take the first tower and open up the shrines on the map.
What in the world did we just witness?
I am uncertain.
Fnatic, they get stomped in a fight. Find 2, find 3, then immediately just go for the bottom play. Tier 3 opened up by them. That is so dangerous now, playing against that Lycan, who has that freshly completed Book 3. paiN, all of a sudden in such a weird position, caught out farming.
This is when they were meant to be strong. This is when the BKB from the Luna was gonna, like, it worked as well around the Roshan pit, but because it was Fnatic, you had that weird engagement. But the BKBs are not both up yet. You're still short of it for the DK. He's got the Mithril Hammer, but it's back in the stash and still requires the recipe.
Yeah, this feels like a very reactionary play to what just happened. They're like, okay, we need to be in a 5-man position. They haven't waited for any of their items to complete. Like you said, Weehaw, so close to that BKB, you'd like him to just wait for it and be a little bit more patient. Looking for this fight, Fnatic.
But the Lycan Wolves are moving out. They're looking for information, and this info is letting Fnatic know, just run back inside the base. So just push the tier 2 tower. paiN have to get something for this rotation. What they were denied by the SK before, but now it's Fnatic's turn. Smoke up, look for the fight. The Lycan Wolves giving so much information for Fnatic once again. The Wolves time out, and paiN know they're being stalked. It's not stopping HFN from attacking up into the Ancients, and Fnatic, Sentry Ward defensively moving up the hill cautiously.
Oh, HFN, he might just get isolated here.
Oh,
the
again,
Wolves.
Duster. Why do I feel like he is just a distraction? Okay, HFN survives because Duster gets initiated on. And everyone's in retreat. Wolves still watching and following HFN. Envy wants this. Like, he's gone for Shapeshift. He's going to dive underneath the shrine. SK's on his way, but DK in the neighborhood. Here goes your Eclipse.
He's controlled.
Throw it, and the rock will drop, but the BKBs are protected. One more attack. Envy needs to die. HFN's attack does reach it. King RD was there for the control. It was the telekinesis that held him there. Tavo, he's rolling, bouldering through. He'll stun up too. The rest of paiN Gaming is taking a while before they can get to the front line, so Tavo, he's just too quick for the rest of his team to be there with him. But Lycan is down, Shapeshift is down, the blink is up for King RD, the jump up, Pilot Eye falls. 42-second window without the Warlock available, and they're coming for mid lane.
They're pinging right now. They drew the line. Weehaw is going to lose the Dragon form, but with 2 heroes down, no Rock, even if the Warlock is alive, Toby.
This is a hard defense. Darkseer, maybe Universe just creates a wall to try and fight back against paiN Gaming. The bottom lane still pushing in. It will attack into the racks. Not to mention Storm Spirit's ready to fight. That's a double damage once again bottled up for the Storm Spirit. So the tier 3 tower falls. paiN, they do not find a gank. Dragon Knight was there in the Shadow Blade, but they will retreat.
Yeah, they should just reset things. Their bottom lane, they've got to deal with that first.
Yep.
Everyone TPing out right now. Fnatic.
There's some slow TPs when they all go to the same lane.
And once again, we just reset the game. paiN finding those pickoffs. Envy getting way too overzealous there. He was so far in front of the rest of his team. Thought he was just gonna maybe force the BKB out on the Luna. HFN, he stood his ground, pops that old Weehaw over the top with his own stun. Completely locks him down, unable to move. They had to use the Rock for that. They know that it's still on cooldown. Weehaw, he's got the Dragon form up and that freshly picked up BKB, newly minted.
Yep.
Try to get to Tavo here. He's spotted by the Wolf, Envy.
Oh, Tavo, there's your Blink Burrow Strike. DJ has him, and then a quick jump away. Swashbuckle, he wants a Rolling Thunder out. Here comes your Rise Bots as well. Holds Envy in position so he gets hit by it while the backlines. Pilot Eye gets picked off by King RD and HFN, and they'll find Universe too. Universe will make a couple of problems. There's a lot of problems, actually. It's all of paiN Gaming fighting from inside that Darkseer wall. DJ can blink and get back to Roshan. So a quick disengage as paiN go for a tour.
They're gonna go for the Shrine instead. They still want something out of this. 2 heroes dead on Fnatic.
Yeah, let's not make too many copies.
The Luna illusion is so strong.
Yep.
Same with the Dragon Knight one. That almost just killed King RD.
This is why I keep looking towards Darkseer. I'm looking for that combination as well. Like, it's not just Darkseer, it's having DJ there for the instant follow Burrow Strike. But it's not, like, space needs to be created for that. Pilot Eye got wrapped around on paiN Gaming. That find was almost the perfect pincer.
Yeah, they're just not finding good angles for Pi to really play his hero. Most of the rocks in this game have been largely used defensively.
Dust is out. He's going to try and...
这波不亏，这波不亏，666。
And I believe we're back. Recap what you missed. Nothing. But we get our bearings at least. So paiN Gaming are grouped up on the bottom lane. 5 heroes there. Fnatic are inside their jungle. One lane of ranks is at least exposed from either side. Mid of Fnatic, bottom on the other side. And yeah, it's a push on bottom lane that is not really going to be contested at all. This will be tier 1 and tier 2 tower falling down. They're waiting for Roshan. He will respawn in just over 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's why paiN gonna go for a smoke of their own. Look for the fight, root it out. Try to take it into the Roshan, or maybe even transition it into a push. But the mid lane is being contested right now. DJ in
he's
the
just sitting in the vortex reveals him, but a little bit too late. And DJ knows he can just jump away. I love their efficient game, just instantly from Fnatic at the very, very start. Like, okay, they just lost one of their observer wards, but they're covering north, east, and south of the pit.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Fnatic right now grab this tier 1 tower up at top, last tier 1 tower in the game that exists. They need to continue to put pressure around the map. DJ gonna sandstorm this, clear out the wave, allow his creeps to just hit that.
Secondary initiating item for Weeha. He's got the Shadow Blade with the BKB, but the Blink Dagger's coming on the Courier too. Envy underneath the Observer Ward. They're waiting the timeout for the person. Lucid Beam with a Blink into perfect control. paiN Gaming, 50 seconds without Eternal Envy.
And they're gonna walk into the Roshan pit, see if it's up.
In
Maybe
16,
about
15, 14. It may be a little too long. paiN Gaming may just say, let's go down mid lane. That Rax is exposed, 30 seconds. There is still Rock. There is still the combination for Fnatic to defend this. DJ has to come home to make it work, though.
Yeah,
They're
DJ,
using the Courier to scout Roshan.
He's gonna come back into this Weeha. Under the guise of the Sentry Ward, Fnatic are gonna back way the hell up.
Yep, they reveal it. This is the biggest problem when you're a team defending against Luna with no tower.
DJ, he's getting hit by the glyphs!
Oh no, the Epicenter's wasted the backline. Gets one pulse into the DK, but here comes your Ice Blast. Universe forced up away from it. A rolling thunder in, sent up and towards the air. Is Tavo being distraction while the Rax is being taken. The Rax is gone. EE is back to World of Living. Is there a Burrow Strike? Is there something to try and grab him with? It is not happening. The melee is already gone. And EE, no! In the back lines! paiN found him, he TP'd out. He thought he could fight, but the Observer Ward saw all! And Eternal Envy get tipped something.
They should tip him all 5 if you have a compendium at this point.
And
that's unbelievable.
Too many tips tilts the boat. Now paiN Gaming, they already have the mid that they can think about doing Roshan. If they knew the double damage rune is sitting out the front of the pit too, they grab that and go. And that's exactly what will happen, Luna. You've already got 321 damage coming out this Luna. Give her an extra buff, make it +3, 2, 1. It's one shot of a throw.
Right now, HFN has an unbelievable amount of farm.
22,000 net worth to the 14,000 of Fnatic. And he's gonna go into a Satanic. He looks like he's immortal.
He pretty much is at this point, and speaking of which...
Yeah, he has the immortal. The Aegis. Thunder rolling through, Ice Blast, it connects. Highlight, he's had a hard enough game as it is, but this is brutal.
In strength.
Talbo's not stopping yet, DJ. They don't have TP scrolls, so Luna's just running straight through the mid. The range rack's one hit and is gone, and they ping to go towards the top. It's the place where Fnatic will take the longest time to set up.
Envy, so close to that BKB, wants to try to complete it before this fight, but paiN might not just allow him that opportunity. This Aegis Luna is such a problem right now.
They need that blink back wall. They get the back. He doesn't
find anyone.
follow up. They didn't hit him. They blink further forward. The aggression from paiN Gaming takes off. And the Ice Blast. Abed, no regeneration with the Rock as well as Fatal Bonds. Problems for paiN Gaming. If Weehaw can do, actually if anyone can do the damage, it was Envy just running in. But really, this game's over. They can't defend this. How does Fnatic do anything when they have no cores alive? Paradise dies in the front. Weehaw with a triple kill. The back line gets picked, but all they can take is supports. GG, well played. paiN Gaming claim game 1 of the 3rd place matchup.
At just 32 minutes, paiN kept up the pace. They had that one moment at bottom, which was a little bit awkward, but still kept it rolling for the most part. HFN ending this game 9-0-10. We've been talking about him as a fantastic carry throughout the entire tournament. He delivers here on the main stage once again.
Yeah, paiN Gaming, this is just a beautiful thing. HFN strong, Weehaw's comboing perfectly, Tavo doesn't die. Everything looks great for paiN Gaming. I cannot wait to see, though, what Fnatic can do to try and pull this back and give us a 3rd game in our 3rd place match.
Thank you very much, Toby One there, of course, with the commentary. We will, of course, come back to our commentary team for game number 2, but let's get the thoughts of our panel right now. I guess you're quite happy, Alan, because of the paiN Gaming win, but also I just want to point out, you've been saying all the way through the tournament, every game that you've seen from HFN has been world-class here.
Yeah.
And I know there's the whole argument about who's supposed to get MVP, you're supposed to win the tournament and all that, but he's got to be in with a shout after that.
I think so. I think he should get at least some votes because that guy has gone off in these games. I thought they did a great job putting him in that aggro try line. It was a little surprising to me that they asked the Envy Lycan to play against that Luna aggro try top. That was tough, but a very rough game for Envy. You're going to see in a couple of these highlights, he had got way out in front on 2 occasions. Number 1, the fight on the Roche Pit, and then the big engagement into the HFN Luna in the Radiant secondary jungle where it ends up having a Dragon Knight Shadowbladed on the steps on the high ground.
Yeah, it wasn't ever a free, this game, was it?
No, I mean, definitely not. paiN made a couple pretty big mistakes. This one was the kind of chain feed that ended up happening, and they almost, you see that bottom thread happening on the racks, but overall, you look at that net worth and you're still feeling pretty okay. You see this Luna almost has double the net worth of the Lycan because of that aggro tri-lane. They put their eggs in the HFN basket, and it absolutely worked.
Envy had some wow in place there. He
mean,
had some interesting ideas about Dota.
This one was, I thought he had BKB when he was
no
doing
BKB
this, but
So there are 3 fights in a row that happened basically, and Fnatic lose 2 out of 3 of them. And this is at a period of time where I think you're finally ready to team fight as Fnatic because you're going to have Pipe, you're going to have your Necronomicon, maybe not 3, but you'll have some Necronomicon units. Maybe you won't have Crimson Guard yet on the initial one, but you definitely had it on the 2nd and 3rd one. You have all your team fight items to basically negate everything that Luna does. You can soak up all the Eclipse damage, you're able to negate a lot of the physical damage because the Crimson Guard is so strong. And then, like, you got such a good team fight between the Warlock and Sand King, like, you should come out on top. But when you win, you lose 2 out of 3 of those engagements, like, you just lost so much control of the game. And HFN utilized all of that. He didn't die once, and then he just goes on, and every single time they lose a fight, HFN gets a lot of ground to farm.
the big thing for me that paiN did in this one was the map pressure they did, right? They look at the game, they're like, Lycan's the one that needs to have a good game for Fnatic to have presence on the map in order to pressure those towers, get those objectives. Sure, bottom lane was different because Darkseer Sand King just forced it all the way really early, but they focused so much on Envy that they can't get any buildings, so their map control was completely dwindled, and this Luna's just farming everything.
Yeah, still, when you have a big team fight lineup like that, I mean, I think that Roche fight started with like a 4-man Fatal Bonds.
On the Roche,
on the Roche, yeah.
The Roche,
you just, you
and
can't have
then
those kind of
straight into the Roshan pit, straight up dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we said before, we love the way he plays. We love the fact that he's borderline dumb, borderline genius. It doesn't take much to go between the 2 lines, and we've saw both versions of him in this game.
Yeah, I actually think this Dragon Knight last pick was exactly what they needed, because we saw in that instance is that hard lockdown. Lycan runs in, hits a wall. Storm in a couple of those situations, respawns from Aegis, hits the wall again. So definitely really like that last
Yeah,
pick,
the combination, right, of the lockdown and you're a hero that can't be targeted. Neither Lycan nor Storm wants to go for you.
And early game, it's just like the chip damage, right? It's like that level 6 Dragon Knight, they had to deny that mid tower so early, top tower as well. just those little things start really adding up.
And in return, they were putting everything on the Universe basket, which, okay, normally that's not a bad idea. Universe is a great hero to put a lot of your hopes in, but it's a Darkseer, and so what they were basically trading away was Darkseer being able to get Helma Dominator and shove out that tier 1 offlane, hoping that he was going to be able to somehow transition into, I guess, all the team fight items that he got, but then they lose those team fights, and so then you just gave away everything.
All right, we're going to get more from all three of our panel members very shortly, but we're headed off to pay the bills. When we come back, we'll see if Fnatic can answer some of those very big questions that paiN have posed them in game number 1. The age of the Darkseer being unbeaten for Fnatic is over. paiN lead 1-0 here in the third place playoff.
Give this up for free though.
Well, Rock is going to drop. Roshan, he's still pretty low, down at 1,300. Universe is looking for that opening, but then the Rolling Thunder through. Tavo keeping the backline in play, and the Ice Blast is huge. Envy will pop, but here comes DJ in with the epicenter. Universe as well is in the perfect spot. But the Eclipse for HFN under the protection of the BKB's too good, but Abed, that stolen Aegis, he'll revive him, but only into instant death. Universe wants to kill into the Duster, but he will not find it. A triple kill for the Luna. Tavo cleans up Highlight Eye in the back lines, and they want the last one. They want DJ able to blink away just in time.